Plump Goops Podcast.
Interior Dusty's hospital room. Farm faction. Day. Dusty lays in a hospital bed. Beeping machines sprout tubes attached to his body. Interior hospital hallway. Day. Priscilla marches down the hallway with a determined look on her face. Interior Dusty's hospital room. Day. Dusty lays in bed. We hear his internal monologue as he thinks to himself.
Well, this sucks.
Priscilla bursts into the room.
Priscilla, my love, thank God you're here.
You fucking dumbass!
Oh.
Priscilla rips open her shirt to reveal a bulletproof vest.
I was wearing a bulletproof vest, idiot. I always do. And because you thought you needed to be a big man and protect me, I'm gonna lose my legs. Because of this stupid mermaid rule.
Huh?
Priscilla collapses into the chair next to him. She sighs and puts her face in her hands.
What mermaid rule?
It's honestly not your fault. It's the fucking mermaids. I mean, if you weren't stupid, I wouldn't be in this situation, but if I wasn't a mermaid, then you wouldn't be in that situation, so.
Interior hospital hallway, same time. Dustina rushes into the hospital.
Where's my son?
Interior Dusty's hospital room, same time. Priscilla stands and starts pacing. Dusty continues to think to himself.
You're a mermaid?
I can't believe it. I really just can't believe it. My fucking dad. He thinks I can find love in a year? 1 year before my 30th birthday?
What are you talking about?
Interior hospital hallway, same time. Dustina approaches Dusty's room. She sees the door is slightly open. Priscilla's voice drifts through the open door. Dustina frowns and slows her approach.
Priscilla.
Interior Dusty's hospital room, same time. Priscilla continues to pace.
Maybe it's karma. Maybe it's because I just wanted to marry you to keep my legs. Am I a bad person?
What are you talking about?
No. I'm not a bad person. I'm good. I'm a good ruler. I do good things for people. No one could ever make the choices I make every day.
Priscilla, you're scaring me.
God, I'm gonna lose my legs. I'm gonna lose my legs.
Priscilla turns and runs out of the room. Interior hospital hallway, same time. Priscilla bursts out and runs away from the room, directly past Dustina. She stands by the doorway, shocked.
You're going to lose your legs?
Exterior hospital, moments later. Priscilla rushes out of the hospital. She looks desperately to her right and sees a large shrub. She dives behind the shrub. After a beat, she jumps out wearing an all-black stealth suit.
Incognito time.
Priscilla sprints off into the wheat of the farm faction. Exterior farm faction, continuous. Priscilla runs through the wheat. She hears someone ahead of her and barrel rolls to her left and out of sight just as a whistling farmer strolls past. Priscilla continues to run. She vaults over a hay bale and immediately tucks into a barrel roll under a grazing mule. As she stands to her feet, she hears a car approaching. Priscilla narrows her eyes and picks up speed. Exterior clearing, moments later. Priscilla bursts into a circular clearing in the wheat. She stands silent for a moment until she hears the car barreling towards her. Priscilla does another barrel roll as a black SUV flies past. It skids to a stop. A Mark O rolls down the driver's side window.
Hop in, ma'am.
Priscilla smiles and runs to the car. Interior car, continuous. Priscilla slides into the backseat of the car.
Hit it, Mark O.
Mark O steps on the gas and the car shoots off into the wheat. As they go, Priscilla slides on dark sunglasses. Mark O glances at her in the rearview mirror.
If I may ask, ma'am, what's with the ghetto?
Someone's after me. No one can know I'm here.
Priscilla's cell phone rings. She picks it up.
Kiana, what's the word?
Kiana answers on the other end.
Hello, Madam President. We've received some bad news.
Spit it out! I don't have all day.
The uprising is gaining ground. Word is they have operatives in every faction.
Okay. Shut down interfaction travel. We'll squeeze these suckers until they pop.
Got it. One more thing, President Precious.
Mark O looks into the rearview mirror at Priscilla.
We found a compromised Mark O. His whole mainframe has been rewired. We think the resistance got to him.
The car's surroundings turn from wheat to ice and snow as the car enters the ice faction.
So trust no one.
Priscilla looks up and locks eyes with Mark O in the rearview mirror. A beat of silence. Priscilla kicks the door open and jumps out of the car. Exterior ice faction, continuous. Priscilla does a barrel roll into the ice and dives into a pile of snow. The SUV drives away. Priscilla bursts out of the snow and sprints into the ice faction. Exterior Lumi's house, same time. Lumi hums happily to herself as she builds a snowman. She hears crunching on a hill above her. She looks up to see Priscilla as she sprints through the snow.
Whoa, the mean lady.
Lumi watches her go. Exterior docks, moments later. Priscilla reaches a dock. She hides behind a snow pile from the swarm of fishermen. Priscilla continues to creep along the snowbank until she finds a quiet spot. Priscilla leaps out from behind the snowbank and sprints towards the water. She leaps and expertly dives in. As she sinks, her mermaid tail peeks out above the surface and splashes as it submerges. Behind the snowbank, Lumi watches with wide eyes.
No way.
Exterior ocean, continuous. Priscilla swims downward toward a big pipe that sucks in fish. She braces herself and swims headfirst into the pipe. Interior pipe, continuous. Priscilla shoots through the pipe. She squints against the rushing water. She flies through the pipe until, exterior mermaid kingdom, continuous, the pipe shoots her out into the mermaid kingdom. She somehow does a barrel roll in the water and swims down toward the city.
I'm coming, Dad.
Interior Princely's hospital room, later. Princely lays in a hospital room almost identical to Dusty's. He is also covered in wires sprouting from beeping machines. Just like Dusty, we hear Princely's internal monologue in voiceover.
This is simply no fun.
On the ceiling, an air vent grate falls to the ground. Priscilla drops down from the air vent in the ceiling.
Priscilla?
Hello, Father.
Priscilla sits in a chair next to Princely's bed. She sighs.
I need your advice.
Anything, dear.
My rule isn't going as well as I would have hoped. People just aren't happy with me, and I don't know why. You've ruled the Mermaid Kingdom for so many successful years. I wish I could ask for your advice.
Ask away, daughter.
I don't know how to make them know how good they have it. They're like really lucky I'm their leader. But for some reason, they just want to take me down. At a certain point, they're just hurting themselves. I'm just gonna keep tightening restrictions and increasing mandates until they can see that. But I don't know if they ever will. I don't know if they'll realize what's best for them.
Oh, Priscilla.
Is it my fault people hate me? No, it can't be. I'm a good leader.
No, it's not your fault.
If it's not my fault, maybe it's yours.
She looks up at Princely.
Maybe if you hadn't dumped me at some farm and actually let me learn how to be rich and smart, then I would know what to do. And maybe if you had told me earlier about the whole leg situation, then I wouldn't have had just a year to figure it out and I could have led without a distraction.
I'm so sorry, Priscilla, but it's complicated. I wanted you to stick to your roots.
You were such a shitty dad. It's actually unbelievable. You dump me on this farm and I never hear from you until you send some message woman to pick me up. You missed so many things in my life. My first radish picking? I still have that radish. And where were you? Out schmoozing it up in some club just because you didn't want to deal with your responsibilities.
But I knew what you would become. I wanted you to have freedom, some carefree years before you were stuck in this life.
Maybe it was for the best. Maybe it made me who I am today. A leader.
Priscilla stands up on her mermaid tail.
You know what? The Mermaid Kingdom needs a leader like me. I can rule both worlds just fine. Better than you ever could.
My daughter, what have I done to you?
Priscilla swims toward the door.
I'm so sorry.
Priscilla stops.
Actually, just to make sure I get what I want.
Priscilla swims over to her father's bed.
Goodbye, Dad.
Priscilla pulls out all the power cords for Princely's machines. His heart rate monitor spikes, then flattens. Princely dies. Priscilla smiles and swims to the door. She takes one last look at her father and exits. Soft words can be heard above.
Oh my god!
Lumi sits in the air vent Priscilla came out of. She watches the scene with wide eyes. Nurse Riley strolls into the room. She looks at a clipboard.
All right, Mr. Precious, what do we got going on today?
She looks up at Princely's body.
Soccer Blue! He's dead!
A Mark O rolls out from under the bed. An electrical cord plugged into his chest connects to a machine on the wall. A screen covering its face reads, "Conscience upload complete." The Mark O unplugs the cord in his chest to reveal Princely's face. Robot Princely pulls out a gun and shoots Nurse Riley in the head. Robot Princely swims out of the room. Cut to black.